Takes forever. There we
go.
Yes, Nation.
There it is.
Yep. Yo. We're back with a New Japan review. Quite the show. Very, very,
Johnny.
very
Hold on. We need the Johnny intro.
New Japan. Pro Wrestler. WrestleKingdom 12.
There it is. And I'm wearing my New Japan, General New Japan t-shirt, Go Wrestling.
I have my New Japan underneath this shirt.
Of course you do. Yeah, it's inside out.
Yeah.
Copyright purposes. Yeah, WrestleKingdom 12. It was pretty good, although I don't know if it was the best WrestleKingdom I've watched. In fact, I know it wasn't.
I will tell you it's the best I watched because it's the only one I watched.
There you go.
But I enjoyed it. Yeah, definitely made me want to go watch other WrestleKingdoms.
Yeah,
yes.
WrestleKingdom's amazing, always.
It's a really great show, like storyline wise. Like they really build everything properly. Like the last, basically the entire card, had serious like story weight behind it. And like that's kind of why I like wrestling, is like the stories, and it's mixed in with some dope in ring. So that's exactly what Japan gives you.
Yeah, I was a fan. I didn't like, and even not really knowing the stories too much, the matches were so fucking dope. So, and you could kind of understand, like the commentators were good at kind of explaining what was going on and stuff. So,
yeah, exactly.
Which way better.
Kevin Kelly are really, really good together.
Oh yeah.
I love Don.
I never really knew that Don Callis was like such a big deal for like such a long time. Like he's only popped up in mainstream shit here and there.
Is he a Canadian?
Yeah, he's from Winnipeg.
Yeah, okay, yeah, because they were saying one of them was Canadian, but I didn't know which one was.
Yeah. He's Jacko, man. From
fucking yeah, he's been around. He's been around forever.
Nice. But yeah, those guys have a good dynamic, and they're actually like the heel face. It's not like a 3-man WWE broadcast style. It's really they stick to their guns.
We could thank Don Callis for putting together Jericho Omega too, because he was like the instrumental piece in bringing that to be. Because he's good friends with Jericho, and also made friends with Omega because they're all from Winnipeg. Mm-hmm. And so that was a whole Winnipeg special fucking 5-star event right there. But we'll get to that. Yeah. We'll get to that. Make them wait. Make them wait for the Alpha Omega review.
Yeah, so we can start out. You have the card you said, Shane? Because I don't have the card up. So.
I do. So we started out New Japan Rumble, which is easily the thing that made the least sense to me.
Yeah, I'll say, well, for one, I didn't watch I forgot about the Rumble, so I didn't see that. Okay. But I'll also say, to let everybody know, we made our predictions, and I got the results here, so I'm going to slowly let everybody know who won which one, and I'll keep everybody posted. But yeah, so go ahead.
So it had a giant mess of people, just that you couldn't have predicted, it was basically like the Andre. It's their Andre. It's like everybody who didn't make the card is still making the card.
Is it a Rumble or a Battle Royal?
It was a Rumble. Like everybody came in I think it was every minute or something like that, and it took half an hour. It took a long time. But it was incredibly random. I honestly didn't know like probably half the dudes, and especially didn't know the guy who won. And I felt kind of bad about that because everybody seemed to make it a really big deal.
Oh shit, that's the one. Do you know if any of us picked that guy? Because I did not get the results for that one.
Nobody even knew who that guy was, man.
Okay, so we're good.
People seem to, on the internet, they seem to know who he was. But I don't know, I Googled him and he seemed to be just he was the son of someone or something who was big, and he had kind of a run, and he was really well liked as a babyface. But he was wearing this weird rainbow mishmash of shit, and I thought he was someone's kid, and he seemed kind of green, but it ended up being that he was someone's kid, but he was old and had been retired for a while. So he didn't look green, he looked rusty. Yeah. And anyway, I still don't know who the dude is or what the significance was of it, but good for him.
I don't even know his name. I totally forgot about the Rumble.
Masahito Kikihara.
Kikihara. I like it.
Or Kakihara.
That's even better.
So I felt kind of bad for Bushi because he was the only Los Ignorables dude who didn't make anything on the main card. It's just their throwaway guy.
Feels so bad.
This was definitely the place for dudes like Chase Owens. Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger. Cheeseburger.
David Finlay, who has to feel bad after tagging with Jay White, watching Jay White go into what was like the third top match on the card, and he's in the goddamn New Japan Rumble. But you know, that's how it goes.
Sweet is.
My boy and pick Kitamura, that large man with the fangs. He seemed to start it. The New Japan World thing wasn't really working. You know, right at the start of the show. To their credit, they did fix it really fast, but it just wasn't loading. So I didn't catch like the start of the Rumbles, but Kitamura was in there pretty early and got knocked out pretty fast. It was weird. They had like eliminations. Damn strange.
Yeah, I don't even remember who I picked, to be honest with you.
You picked, did you pick?
I think you picked Liger or something.
No, I picked a guy. It wasn't Liger.
You picked Sami Callihan.
No, I didn't. I didn't pick Sami Callihan. I picked some Japanese guy. That's what they told me on 411.
Sami Callihan oddly wasn't even in this. Like I thought he would have showed up for this after being in the, you know.
Yeah, man. It's good. It's bad because I like David Finlay, but like, man, he didn't have a place in the card. That was shitty.
It was just the way it turned out. But I don't know. Good way to fill half an hour, I guess.
Zeros across the boards. Nobody picked the right guy. We're all 0.
Yeah, no, for sure. And then, yeah, so the actual show opener was Young Bucks and Roppongi 3K.
Loved this match.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Really good show opener, too. I mean, like, the New Japan Rumble's good, but it's not really a show opener. Like, these guys got the crowd moving, you know.
I don't think the Rumble... Was the Rumble on, like the kickoff show, so to speak?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, because it wasn't... Because I looked at I watched all the parts on the website, and the Rumble wasn't on it.
I don't know. I mean, I was watching live. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, so...
I'm pretty sure it was on. Maybe it just started in or something for you.
They took like a 20-minute break after.
Yeah, they sure did.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I don't think I saw it then. I don't think it was on the thing.
But yeah, Bucks and Roppongi 3K. Show and Yo put on a damn good show.
I thought their name were Faux and Show, and I thought they were Faux Show. I got super excited.
They can be Faux Show to you.
Yeah.
Or Yo Show. At least
I like Yo Show too.
You know the Bucks are always going to show up. It's WrestleKingdom, and you know I pretty sure I picked Roppongi to win this or retain. And thinking back, it was silly because like you know there's that whole thing in New Japan where like the ace doesn't lose at WrestleKingdom, right? Well, the Bucks are the aces of the junior tags. And fucking, of course, they were going to win at WrestleKingdom when you think about it. And so, you know, they're the aces. They're the 7-time, I think, junior champs now. So,
7-time, baby.
So, shouts to the Bucks because, like, that's I think the most ever or tied for the most ever, or something.
Well,
like
they broke their record, man. They had the most. I think they had 6, which was the record.
There you go. Now, it just kind of brings me to like wonder, you know, are they getting bored doing this shit? Because they've had the same basic Wrestle Kingdom program for like 4 years in a row now.
Basically, yeah.
And then either defend the junior tags or win the junior tags. And it's just like, don't they want to do something else? These guys are like innovators and shit, you know? Like they're always pushing boundaries, but they seem to be really stuck in New Japan. Like they're just doing the same shit over and over again.
Well, like what else are they going to do? Move up to heavyweight? Like, can they do that? Maybe.
Yeah, why the fuck not? You know, like they're crazy over best junior tag team ever. Like, why not? You know, give it a run, man.
Yeah, give somebody else a spot in the junior tag division. Like maybe I don't know, man. Good.
Like I don't know. I feel like they need to do something else. I'm getting bored with them. You know, I'm getting bored of the same kind of crap all the time from them. Like they do so much outside of New Japan to like be splashy and different, and like their New Japan stuff is just the same. It's the same.
Well, I think their match was a little different. I mean, they kind of had the back. Both teams worked the back. It was kind of fun to see that.
The match itself was dope, and like they had really good chemistry and stuff like that. It just mean like the Bucks like overall arc, you know, is like they just kind of keep doing the same program, even though the matches are definitely, you know, intriguing and better, and they've worked in all these submissions lately and stuff, which is super cool. And like their game is upping, but their spot on the card is the same.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
I guess they feel maxed out, you know.
Yeah,
I do love them though. I like their comedy style of wrestling because it's like goofy, but it's still works. It's not too childish.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes you giggle whenever they just say or do stupid shit. Like, I love that about the Bucks. But I know what you mean. Yeah, these teams. Like I've only seen like 3 matches of them, and I know what you mean. They're kind of stagnant right now. They just keep doing. Every time I watch them, they're fighting for the titles.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, how can you justify them not fighting for the titles? You know, they're fucking Young Bucks. But like at the same time, it's like, shit, man. You know, don't you want to do something else? I feel like they want to do something else.
I feel like they're waiting to go to WWE with Omega, probably the Elite together.
I hope they don't, unless it's like to join KO or something.
Well, like if Kenny came doing that, the Elite came over and, like you said, joined with KO, maybe all 4. That'd be pretty dope.
Kenny is like the last dude I want to see in WWE, honestly.
He's not gonna go.
Not at some point. Like, I mean, like not right away, but maybe in like 2 years, maybe after he's kind of had a good run in New Japan.
I think they respect him in New Japan.
Yeah, they
Good
do.
job.
Oh no, I just think he needs that title first, the world title.
Yeah, so he could win it and then get a little run.
I just don't like. I know he's happy there. I know he lives there year round. He speaks Japanese. He's kind of into it, and I don't know. I don't see him being satisfied working WWE because he seems to be one of these dudes that likes to kind of do his own thing and like almost like Kota Ibushi. Like he'd rather entertain himself than do it for the money, and like the money is generally the only reason to go to WWE because his creativity will not be fulfilled there at all. And he's pitched openly a few times, like even this year, about how like WWE is restrictive, and he doesn't think that guys work out there like he thought. He's correctly said that Nakamura hasn't had any memorable moments in WWE, and he's right, And I don't see how he can look at that and want to do that too.
Yeah, I think we should maybe save a bit more Kenny for the Kenny match because we're kind of going on a tangent here. So we'll just do.
Everybody loves Kenny, man.
Yeah. But you want to give your rating for the match?
Yeah, sure. Solid 4, I'd say.
John, what are you giving
it? I'd say 4 as well. Maybe 4.2.
4.2. I'm going to give it a really nice sip of wine.
That's not a story.
Every time.
And I'll just say the score is.
Oh,
don't look at those. Are my 2018 goals. Don't look at those.
Well, it's a lot of goals, and you should be proud of yourself.
Oh yeah, I got a lot. But yeah, anyways, I'm up 1-0.
All right,
killing it.
Well, next we had the gauntlet match for the 6-man tag team championships, which was kind of a shit show.
Dylan,
what's that?
You won this one too. You said Ishii.
Maybe I did. Who knows? Should you say it now? Yeah. Yeah, 2.
So yeah, Beretta Ishii and fucking Toru Yano won a goddamn title at WrestleKingdom now. Took down Bullet Club and Elgin and War Machine. I was surprised when War Machine took the pass out submission, route out of that match. But they're going to WWE, so it made a lot of sense actually.
I think the next team, whenever the Yanu guy just hit him in the dick and rolled him up, that's great.
Yeah, that's great.
That was fantastic. I love Yanu so much.
But it did go back for what it's worth the next night. So.
Oh yeah, there's New Dash or whatever.
Yeah, right back to Bullet Club and New Year's Dash. So.
Oh wait, they lost the belts?
Right away.
Oh, yeah. Poor Ishii.
Yeah, it wasn't even 24 hours.
They had the Foley run.
Just went right back. I think they gave Beretta a nice Wrestle Kingdom moment because he moved up to heavyweight this year and shit. But
yeah,
like those 6-man belts are like they kind of don't mean shit because they change every match they're competed for, or at least every second or third match. Like nobody has a run with them, man.
No, nobody.
But it was this was a fun match. I thought it was like you had so many dudes and it only took up like 20 minutes of the card, which was kind of crazy.
Yeah, it went by quick.
Like those things end up making people look kind of shitty sometimes because like you go down way faster than you would in a normal tag match, but there was just like so much action you felt like everything was justified.
Yeah, it was a good match. I enjoyed it. Yano was the star of the match. He was fantastic. Just rolling people up, dick shots.
Ishii killed it as always too. He's a man.
Ishii's awesome too. And I like Beretta too. Beretta's got a nice like heavyweight style he can work and stuff. Like it worked for me, man. I didn't hate it for sure. Like I like all those dudes.
I enjoyed the match. I felt like some of the pins came a little kind of sudden. It just seemed like it was so quick, but other than that, I mean, there was like 5 teams, so you kind of got to run through it.
Like really sudden. I was like, that was like no time at all.
Well, it's kind of like it's an Iron Man match, where like there's a lot of pinfalls that wouldn't normally be pinfalls, and I hate that about these kind of matches and Iron Man matches in general. You know, it's like there's not going to be 5 of these things in fucking 20 minutes in like a normal match. Yeah. So, but believability aside, it was fun.
It was a solid 3. It was average.
I give it a 3.5.
3.5 as well. I enjoyed it.
I thought you were gonna go 3.2, John.
3.5.
No, I enjoyed it. Zack Sabre Jr. was awesome, which is like probably the extra 0.5 for me.
Sabre Jr.
He's the best. He's gonna have. I really hope he has a good 2018 and maybe makes a singles run or something like that. Because he's so good. Fuck.
I agree. I love Zack. I don't know him. Like I only saw him through the G1, and I like right away his first match. I was like, this guy's fucking sick.
Well, we saw him. Me and Johnny saw him in TO here.
We saw him, man. He was
barn burner with Elgin. It was great.
It was amazing.
The first Sabre match I watched, man, I was in. I love that technical submission chain shit. It's the best.
Yeah, and the finger cracks and shit. Oof,
he's awesome. Awesome.
Yeah. This guy's up 2-0.
Moving on. Kota Ibushi and versus Cody. Kota versus Cody. Which I will say off the top was Cody Rhodes' best match.
Absolutely. Best match of all time.
Yeah.
Cody.
Man, I don't know. Like you keep saying you didn't like that Okada match, but I really like Cody Okada. I thought it was great.
I did not like Cody Okada. I think that was Cody's best match. But I thought he pulled Okada down off of the regular Okada mountaintop.
So you're saying, okay. So you're saying that was a better match. Yeah.
I think Ibushi pulled him up more than Okada did.
Fair enough.
Like I think Okada and Ibushi are like 2 of the probably top 5 in the world, but I think Ibushi did better with Cody than Okada did. Yes.
And they did a lot of fun shit too, like when Brandy got hit and then Kota picked him up and then he just punched him and they laughed.
Yeah. That was great. Cody's a pretty dope heel at this point. I love the blonde. I didn't like it right away, but it's perfect now. I saw him. He kind of looks like his pops, man. It's great.
He looks like fucking like the villain from Die Hard, that sweet blonde.
Yes. Yes.
I'm into Cody.
I'm way into him. He's doing way better, after like a year in New Japan, than he was, about a year ago. Like I think he's just showing growth, man. Lots of growth.
He's definitely gonna have an NXT title run at some point.
I think if he comes back, he'd only come back as like, I would say a main eventer. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
Well, you can main event NXT.
I'm not coming back for NXT.
Why not? NXT's awesome. Everybody sucks on the main roster.
Last year, the dude made way more than NXT. NXT will pay him last year.
Yeah, no, true.
Way more.
Yeah, I'll say this match, like good. That Crossroads off the fucking ring apron was insane.
Holy shit, man!
Playing him right on his head.
Killed him, man.
Yeah, it was crazy good.
Like he fucking. But Ibushi tries to kill himself in every match. I think he has a death wish. Like he wants to break his neck.
Yeah. He's trying. It's like I don't know. It's like he doesn't care. I read that he's kind of he's like heir to a company or something that's worth a lot of money. So he kind of knows that it's like I think it's kind of like that's why money isn't as important to him because he knows he's got it kind of waiting over there, and he can just go make some memories and have fun and shoot fireworks at his dick and stuff.
I don't know what that means, but I'm into it.
Haven't you seen that video where he like shoots fireworks all down his body?
No.
Out on the street.
Why would I see this?
He has this like outdoor wrestling match. He's doing moonsaults off cars and shit.
No, I'll have to YouTube that.
I'll put it up on the KPS Twitter because that's like an all-time Ibushi classic. But for this match, I would give it like a 4.5, man.
I'm gonna go 4.2.
I'm gonna go 2 sips of wine.
2 sips of wine.
Wow.
And a nice.
You're not gonna have any left for Kenny and Jericho.
Because I don't want to have any left because that sucked. Just kidding. No, but
Oh
so
my
you
God.
guys, I'm kidding. But both you guys picked Coda. I picked Cody, unfortunately. So it's 2-1-1.
Hey, I
1-1.
figured.
You guys are
We
coming
had, to
back.
we had to get that back somewhere. As soon as Cody didn't have the title, man, that was a dead give.
I didn't know. I don't follow it enough.
Dead give. All right,
But yeah,
so up next we had Los Ignorables de Hipon, Evil and Sonata versus Killer Elite Squad, Davey Boy Smith Jr. and Lance Archer, possibly the most generic tag team in the entire world.
dude, whenever I remember you said that in the predictions, and I was like, they can't be that generic. And then they came in, I'm like, holy shit. But the one guy, I'm like, shit, he looks like Davey Boy Smith, and it's like his son, right? Like, oh.
He looks freaky like him, man. He moves like him. It's creepy.
But for that, I mean, I enjoyed this match. It was fun, man. They just beat the fuck out of those guys.
I did
The
too.
best part was when they killed the young boys at ringside. Like, they beat up everybody. Like, that was amazing. Other than that,
I really didn't. I enjoyed this way more than I thought I was going to, man. Like, way more. It was an awesome little brawl. And those guys are a good heel tag team for looking like generic nothings, honestly.
Oh, yeah. I'm into it. I love it.
They're good, like, asshole shit-kicking heels. You know, I love it.
Just like skinhead-looking motherfuckers. Just, you want to hate them.
Assholes. Like, dudes who, like, scrap at bars all the fucking time and stuff. You know,
you look at me?
Like, they're
You looking at me?
just bullies. They hit, like, they're like creator wrestlers. They hit like all these like creator wrestler moves and shit. It's like they're just like, I don't know. They're like video game characters, man. They're fucking like ridiculous.
it's the best choke slam ever, though. I will say.
Yes, that was a dope choke slam. Great opening to the match too. How you're like, oh fuck, they're gonna beat him right away. And
I was like, oh, they're not gonna job Evil Snot out like that. Like they want a fucking tag G1 to basically get here, you know. And I dug it, man. It was really fucking good 15-minute tag match. Like it was dope and layered, and like Evil and Sonata had to like fight back and all this shit, and, like hot tags, and it was good, man. It was good. I don't get why the Davey Boy Smith wrestles in jeans though. That's like the most
because his daddy did.
most confusing thing. British Bulldog only did that at the end, man.
I know. He looks like the end of the run British Bulldog. He doesn't look like.
That's true. He does. He does. That's true. That's true. That's good. I don't remember who I picked for this.
Oh, you guys. Wait. I think we all. No, sorry. We all picked Evil and Sonata.
Yeah. I thought so. Yeah.
Which was because I love. Is it Sonata?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that guy. He just looks like that guy from The Simpsons. Where it's like he's gonna do something. He stands there, and Evil's awesome too. I love Evil.
Yeah.
Even
Sonata's getting the next title program coming out of this, like IWGP title program. So
I'm into it. I like that guy. I like both of them.
I think it's the end of the month or the start of February. I think it is. So,
but yeah, we got 3-2-2 going on.
Pretty good. So next we had the also awesome hair versus hair.
Oh my god!
Death match for the Never Openweight Championship between Hiroki Goto and Minoru Suzuki. Johnny, you say Goto's name. You say it way better.
Hiroki Goto.
Here it is. And
oh man, this was fucked. Like, oh my god, they just beat the shit out of each other.
Awesome. That chokeout spot on the top rope. Holy shit. That was incredible.
Dude, that part when he just kept slapping him in the face and shit for like a minute.
That was amazing. That was this is the greatest match I've ever seen. This is my favorite match on the card. Just so we all know.
It was a fight. It was just a straight up fight, man. They just literally destroyed each other.
Straight up fight. I loved it too. Yeah, it was top 3 for me. Number 3 for what it's worth. Yeah, so good. So good. It was like exactly what it should have been too. Like these two old vets like scrapping, you know, and it was fucking personal. And yeah, I was a big fan, man. Big fan. It really, really hit the nail on the head.
This was so good. Yeah, it was unbelievably good. Like just the amount of like, Minoru Suzuki is the best wrestler ever.
Oh man, that guy's terrifying.
It probably got more in, like I've been watching for a couple of years now, and like I get Goto, you know, but I've never really been into Goto. Like it's not, I don't know, I don't really care. But after this match, I kind of care now, you know.
Yeah.
Like I felt like he kind of clicked. He kind of clicked in that match for me, and like I gave a shit about him for the first time.
He earned my respect.
Yeah, earned my respect.
Me, the guy who sits on the couch and eats chips.
Yeah, I was like, this guy's
for what it's worth. And then also like the end when Suzuki like came back and like shaved his own hair.
That was great.
I got one gripe about that though. He didn't shave anything off. He literally didn't shave anything. He like started shaving his head, and everybody's like, "Oh my god!" But it's like nothing's literally coming off because he has no hair.
He shaved his back.
He did shave the back, but he was shaving the front. And everybody's like, "Oh my god!" And it's like nothing's coming off. But yeah, that was dope. That was dope.
And also, for what it's worth, next night on New Year's Dash, he came out and he was totally bald.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Totally bald. Like no cool design or anything. He was just totally bald and really pissed off. But he always looks kind of pissed off. But yeah, man, it was dope. So dope. Really big fan of that match too.
You guys both picked Goto. I picked Suzuki. So we're all tied up at 3s.
No, 3-3.
Hell yeah, baby. Oh yeah. So star-wise, shit. I don't know. Oh, we didn't give stars for the last couple. So stars for Goto Suzuki, I would say like 4.75 for me.
This is 5 stars for me. This is 5.
I give it the biggest thumbs up I can give.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it.
Looping back to the tag team match quickly, I would give that like a 4.
I'd give it 4, maybe 3.9.
4.1.
Awesome. All right.
It's like Price is Right. We gotta one up each other.
Looping back to the prime timeline. Next was the 4-way match, the first ever apparently 4-way match in New Japan history.
Really?
Which sounded wrong, but I also didn't fact check it. But I did read it on the internet, so it must be right.
Internet doesn't lie.
It was a 4-way match for the Junior Heavyweight Championship, which to me was my second favorite on this card. I would have just thought this was dope as shit. I thought this was dope as shit. Ospreay, Skrull, Hiromu, and Kushida. Those are the 4 best fucking cruiserweights in the world, man.
This was my favorite. I loved it. Yeah, this was just nonstop, man. Just crazy. Like, I don't think I've ever seen Ospreay wrestle like a full match.
Holy shit.
Fuck, that guy's insane, man.
He does
so good.
The salt off the scaffolding was amazing. Like, everything he did was insane. Like,
it was wonderful. Skrull was a beautiful heel throughout the entire match.
Just kept popping in and out. I love that.
Fucking taping Hiromu up and then throwing powder in people's eyes and shit. He got so much like mileage out of that medical kit that he got from under the ring.
He grabbed like all of the powder too, like not just a little bit. Like he had a clump full. Like how did the guy not know? Just comes in the ring,
good, man. So good. I just like I love the pace of it. It never rested for a fucking second. It was crazy. It was 20 minutes of just pure action, and like I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I love the junior division in Japan. It's like the perfect style for my tastes. And like perfect. That was a goddamn perfect junior match.
And that's how you gotta do those matches, man. You just gotta kinda like pretty much no sell the majority of it. Just keep hitting moves. Just go full speed. I love it.
Man, that was amazing. I will say my one gripe is Hiromu didn't do enough in the match.
Exactly. Yes.
For a while.
Yeah.
He did have that nice when he got the tape off, he kind of went on that crazy run.
That was okay, but like he should have been in the match more.
The sunsets over the rope, those were fucking sick.
Those were amazing. Those were great.
I absolutely agree that Hiromu should have done more, and that was my only beef too. It just felt like maybe he was hurt or something, or they just couldn't really work out, enough spots to get all 4 of them engaged. He's getting the title match coming out of this too, like against Ospreay. So it could have been also for that reason, so that he didn't like look like a chump.
Yeah, maybe.
Going into the title match, but I fucking love Hiromu. He's my favorite of these dudes. So yeah, I did want him to do more, but
Hiromu's
overall,
I love Hiromu so much. The kitty,
his entrance was so good.
Yes, the entrance was amazing.
Came out with Daryl and shit. Now you can buy Daryl. Hey.
Oh my god, yes, I'm gonna buy Daryl. I want to buy Daryl.
Like $42 though.
No,
just a stuffed cat.
It's debatable, man. It's debatable whether it's worth it.
It's not worth it.
It might be worth it because I kind of want a Daryl.
I'm sure you can find one for like $5, John.
No, I want Daryl.
I'll find you the link, Johnny. It was on Reddit. Go search it up, buddy.
Okay, I will.
So for my rating,
I would say like.
Sorry.
Go for it.
I was gonna say for my rating, I'm gonna quote Billy Bob from Varsity Blues. I give it a 10. Fucking 10.
Good day. Good job, buddy.
Pull Booker T and say, "We'll give it a 5 times."
Speaking of quoting Booker T, this is my shucky ducky quack quack match of the night.
Shit,
5-star, man. 5-star. Absolutely. I enjoyed the shit out of this match, and I felt like I would, and it totally lived up. And yeah, 5 stars for me.
The only bad thing is none of us picked the winner.
No.
I didn't think I read this thing from Ospreay saying that he saw his way forward as being a heavyweight, and I just didn't think that he was going to go win the junior belt again. I thought he'd lose and kind of move up.
I'm
confused.
I thought Cowboys was going to sweep, so that's why I thought Hiromu was going to win.
Yeah.
Damn, like, it was only the tag titles. To skip ahead a little bit, Naito couldn't even win the fucking world belt. God damn it.
Whoa, spoilers.
Whatever. Shut up.
Who did we all pick for this, Dylan? Do you remember? Do you have that written down?
Yeah, I picked Bushida, I think his name is.
Kushida.
Kushida? Yeah, Kushida! I picked him. I think Shane, you picked the Taka. Skrull. One of you picked Skrull, one of you picked Takahashi. Or whatever.
I think you picked Skrull and I picked Takahashi.
Yeah.
You said Skrull would retain, yeah.
I just thought there had been so many changes, but hey, WrestleKingdom is the time for change.
Every title changed, man. It was nuts.
Well,
no.
Except for these last 3.
Yeah.
We're talking about aces again, right? Like I was saying about the Bucks and the juniors and shit. Like the next match involved a guy who is apparently not supposed to be the ace, but is still totally the ace in terms of WrestleKingdom because Tanahashi versus Jay White, Switchblade.
Switchblade couldn't get it done.
IWGP Intercontinental Championship. So I was really, really underwhelmed by this whole goddamn thing. I was underwhelmed by the feud. I was underwhelmed by Jay White being Switchblade. And
does he not deserve the moniker Switchblade, John?
Well, no, like they ran a bunch of because you don't watch. They ran a bunch of cool vignettes like for this Switchblade character, and it was all dark and creepy and like it seemed like it was going to be like a really big deal. Like, and then it turned out to be fucking Jay White, and I was like,
okay,
I don't care. And just nothing I've seen since, including this match, has changed my mind. This match
was kind of very underwhelming. I wasn't a big fan of it. Jay White's good, which is weird because this should have been a great match because I like Jay White the wrestler, but it was just very not great, a little sloppy here and there.
Yeah. I just didn't care. Like I've never really been a huge Tanahashi guy since I started watching. Like I know he's like the ace and the this and the that. I don't know. Never really cared that much.
I didn't.
But this was just not his best night. It wasn't a good match. We'll say that.
I've seen Tanahashi put on some good shit. It's like I do the guy is definitely talented. He's not exactly my cup of tea most of the time, But this was one of his worst matches I think I've seen, and especially on WrestleKingdom, it's even worse.
I refuse to watch it because I don't want to watch a guy who does air guitar.
Dude,
so I don't watch.
Man, the air guitar is part of the character. He's a big geek.
I can't. No, I refuse. Even though Switchblade's my boy, I don't want to watch. I never want to watch him.
He's like Dollar Store Junior Kenny Omega, man.
He did beat
Don't
up.
You say that about Switchblade? You take that back.
It's like Kenny Omega and Nakamura had a New Zealand kid, like a Kiwi child, because that's exactly what Jay White is at this point.
Speaking of which, my new album, Kiwi Child. Picking up, coming out.
But yeah, surprisingly, we all picked Switchblade.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you thought because you thought the Tanahashi was supposed to get surgery or whatever.
Yeah.
Still sticking around for now.
But yeah, so we're all
thinking back to the whole ace thing, right? Like he still is an ace, and they still treat him like an ace. So probably should have known that he was going to retain here. But I don't know. I mean, I didn't even really want Jay White to win. I just thought he was going to win.
Yeah, man. I thought he was gonna win too. I thought this was gonna be the
Now he's going against Kenny now, so see how that goes.
man. That should be at least a fine match for him. Like Kenny will pull a good one.
It'll be fun. So what are we at, Dylan? 3-3 and 3 here?
All threes, yeah, we're all at threes.
Well, this is good stuff. Well, next we had Alpha Omega.
Alpha Omega.
Which I thought was killer and totally lived up.
The only thing stopping this from being great for me was all the little things that really annoyed me.
Yeah, but that was mostly production things, was it not?
No, it was a lot of like the match, man. It's like the one thing. It was funny whenever Omega grabbed the ropes and the ref was trying to break it, and Jericho was like, "It's no DQ, you idiot." It was funny, but then they did it again. They did a rope break again, and they actually stopped it. Then there was like the whole count out when Omega beat the 20 count. It's like, but it's no DQ. And then I'm pretty sure I'm not 100% sure, but whenever Jericho grabbed the ropes to get out of the when he hit the One Winged Angel, it's no DQ. There's no rope break.
Yeah.
So how do you grab the ropes? It was just shit like that, man. It was little things. I'm like,
yeah. I wasn't exactly sure about the rope break rules because, like, I was thinking it might be something like because it's Japan, it's treated a little differently or something. Like,
Japan just doesn't give a fuck about the rules, man. Like, how many times are there like the match is like DQs are gonna happen, but yet they still get like Cody got away with chair shots. Like,
yeah,
they decide to do what they want. They just have their own.
I feel like they just said this was no DQ, so it was going to be especially brutal. Like,
probably that's what happened.
But like leaving aside like the technicalities, because I did like that. I did like the One Wing Angel near fall because it was exactly like Okada, which was a nice throwback. Like I really liked, I love how Jericho just fucking sold out for this match, man. Like he really went all out.
Oh man, he was hilarious. Like beating up all those little guys. Like what are they, young boys? What the fuck are those guys?
Young lions.
What are they?
Young lions. They're like they're training kids, right? Like they're NXT kids, basically.
Okay, you beat the fuck out of them. It was awesome.
You end up having to be like a ring boy for like a year, and you sit there and you watch all the matches and learn and stuff like that. You wrestle in the opening matches, take down the ring, put up the ring, shit like that, and get the fuck beat out of you by people like Minoru Suzuki and Chris Jericho and fucking Killer Elite Squad and shit.
Suzuki is merciless. Side note, he's merciless with the young lion. He hung one of them on the ropes one time with a noose.
Jesus Christ.
It was incredible, man. Like, Suzuki is like a monster.
John froze.
Absolute... Oh, shit.
That was terrifying. But yeah.
Absolute monster. But yeah, Omega Jericho, I love this whole match. Like, I really did. I
gotta rewatch it.
Jericho totally showed up and, he said he wanted to go and test himself and, like, he really, really showed up, man. Like, all those headshots, like, that dude hasn't taken headshots in fucking years and years, No. And he was taking knees and he was taking chairs. And, like, that One Wing Angel to end it, man, he got spiked on that fucking chair. Holy shit. Right, like, I was really proud of Jericho, man. Like, that dude doesn't need to do that, and he did it all,
And the best thing was, did you see his press conference after the match?
Yeah, that was great.
That was so good. It's like, what do you ask a fucking question? Then they asked one and they asked another. He's like, I'm always answering one question per reporter. You already got yours.
I absolutely love how much of a shitty heel Jericho was throughout this whole thing. Like, he was this, like, I'm a big star and I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want kind of thing. And, like, Kenny was such a face in this match and shit. It was just like, it's awesome. It was so awesome, man.
I think Kenny's full face now anyway, so it's good, man.
I would agree. But, like, I just... This is probably the only match on the card that totally lived up to expectations, and I had very little gripes with. Like, mission accomplished, boys. Mission accomplished.
I gotta rewatch it just because, like, all those little things. Like, there was another one too where when the chair broke, because the chairs kept breaking, but there was one where, like, Jericho hit him with the chair and, like, it broke, and you're like, holy shit! But then they show the replay and it's like Jericho put the chair together and hit him with it. It was like it was already broken. I'm like, fuck, all that little shit just bugged me, so I gotta rewatch it. That looks
like watch it more like a child, I want to say.
Well, I gotta watch it more knowing, like, okay, there's gonna be, like, these little things that are gonna be kind of like faults, but knowing
I
it's just
that stuff too, and, like, it's not like I didn't notice that stuff and it did bug me, but I just kind of put it by the wayside because it was like, you know, it all served the story. Like they were increasing drama. So that fucking spot too when Kenny went up top and jumped all the way over the barricade and landed on the table.
That was
like
crazy.
Oh man, he split between the monitors and landed like on his side so that he didn't land on the monitor. Like what a crazy ass spot. Like a crazy spot, man.
Kenny's also doesn't care if he dies either. He's like Ibushi. They're both trying to kill themselves.
Yeah.
And they're gonna kill them. They're gonna both kill each other when they finally meet.
Yep.
That is gonna be like the most head droppingest, honest match ever.
Yeah.
Have you seen what is it that fake tennis documentary with Kit Harington and Andy Samberg, 7 Days in Hell?
Yeah.
See where at the end when they kill each other, that's going to be Kota and Cody. They're both going to take chairs and hit each other at the same time. Both gonna
right. I think it's like some sort of double burning hammer off the top.
A double burning. Both people are giving each other burning hammer.
They rotate in midair and it's wonderful, you know, and then they just land and are both paralyzed.
Yeah.
I'll say another spot too. Even though like we saw Kenny clearly blade, like it was obvious that he did it. Before, when he was trying to actually stiff, like do it for real, and he fucking took those headshots, man. Like when Jericho threw him in the chair, holy fuck, that was bad, man. He went full out. So props for that, man. They tore it down. Props
all around. Like match of the night, I think for me. I
absolutely
loved it. You're such a Jericho mark.
Oh fuck, I'm a Kenny mark, man. That can do no wrong.
I think we're all Kenny marks here.
Like 15 matches this year, and like 8 of them have been 5 stars. It's like fucking ridiculous. Like the dude is on a streak like there hasn't ever been before, and he isn't even champ. He didn't win the goddamn championship, and like I don't know. I think he's like watching after this. I've kind of shifted back to Omega being the best instead of Okada, because I did not care for Okada and Naito. Was not a fan of it. And before we move on to that, I will give Omega and Jericho a full 5. I don't want to jump over 5 like Meltzer. Max 5 here, and that's the like maxiest 5 I can think of. It's really
4.9. 4.9.
Fucking asshole.
The production issues and little things bug me.
It's fair. It's fair.
I'm gonna give it 6 stars because I want to.
I just see so much crap, you know, and like these boys like really told a story, and I'm willing to forgive the technical difficulties, let's say, for the dramatic, goddamn awesome story they told. I felt feelings, and I was sports entertained. 5 stars.
And you guys both picked Omega. I went with Jericho, so you guys are up 4-3.
Yay! Why would you pick
because I wanted Jericho to win. I love Jericho.
I love Jericho too,
Jericho's never going to win this match, but Jericho is sticking around. He's having a feud with Naito now.
Nice.
That's probably going to come up at the Long Beach show on March 25th.
Nice.
So that's dope and a really awesome idea. And Jericho was teasing on his gram today that he might be staying around for a little while.
But yeah, okay, let's get into Okada Naito though, because we got to wrap up because SmackDown's coming up, so we gotta watch that.
That's true.
Let's end it on Okada Naito. And like you said, I wasn't a big fan of this match.
No, it wasn't as good. I thought it was going to be at least 5 stars, but it was not even close, dude.
No. I thought it sucked. It was like, I've seen this. I felt like I'd seen the match before, and I had seen the match before done better, too. You know? Like, I think this is the 3rd or 4th time I've watched these dudes wrestle, and this was, like, the worst one. And by a long stretch. And especially, like, the story going in and shit. I don't know what the fuck went wrong here, man. Like, I also didn't like Okada winning. Like, you know, that was not, in my opinion, the right way to go at all.
Shit, dude. I'm still angry. I'm still angry at that. And it's been like
Me too. I get their long-term storytelling, and I get that like Naito will probably triumph next year, but like this was the time, man.
Yeah, man.
Like this was absolutely the time. There's like he's so hot right now. Did you hear that fucking crowd when he came out? It was insane. The pop.
I skipped the entrance, so I didn't hear it.
The pop was nuts. He easily had the pop of the night, and then when he kind of because like the story of the match was like him kind of trying to be Tranquilo and then losing it for a second, and as soon as he stopped being Tranquilo, he lost. Right?
Yeah.
Can you explain what Tranquilo means?
Tranquilo is like his whole attitude of not giving a fuck.
Okay. Oh, when he does like the slide and then like poses kind of thing.
Yeah. His whole swaggery. Yeah, there you go. Johnny's doing it.
Just seeing all we can see is your dick, John.
His whole like swaggery, don't give a fuck attitude that he picked up in Mexico. So like that's kind of like his character. He's all chill and he doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a fuck about the title. He doesn't give a fuck about any of this stuff. He just wants to burn it down. But then he got all excited, like right at the end of the match, and that's when he lost. He got hit with a fucking Rainmaker and Tombstone and all that shit right when he lost his Tranquilo. Yeah. So like I get that's the story being told and shit, and like, you know, we'll probably come back and do this again next year. But like, man, for once, I would have just liked to see Japan like go against the trend and have the ace lose at WrestleKingdom and stuff.
Yeah, that would have been.
You know, give it to Naito and let him run with it. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of times New Japan kind of a little too structured with the way they book stuff, so it's
set in their ways, man.
Yeah, set in their ways. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess you guys could have said it all.
I wasn't a fan of the match or the results, and I'm just like, I left a little pissed. I wanted to leave this event feeling better than that.
Yeah, man. If Naito would have been fine with the match, but like the match wasn't that good, and Naito lost. And that's super anger.
Yeah. Well, you know who wasn't pissed? This guy, because he picked Okada.
You fucking asshole.
And that means that we tied.
Awesome. We all tied. That's great. We should have picked a tie-breaking question.
Yeah. We'll save that for the next pay-per-view.
So that's cool. We all tied. That's nice. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm pissed. I feel like Jericho might have screwed a lot of this up because like the Jericho-Kenny match kind of screwed up what seemed like Kenny Ibushi was happening, and that didn't happen because Jericho showed up. And I feel like Naito might have lost this match because he was having a Jericho match. You know what I mean? And that couldn't be a title match because Jericho lost, you know, blah, blah, blah. So, like, I feel like Jericho is kind of, like, shifting the booking of New Japan, and, like, Naito might win this thing in the summer or something, but I don't know. I think it might have thrown off what they were.
I hope he wins it in the summer, honestly.
Who?
I hope he wins it in the summer, man.
Naito? Yeah.
He better.
What I think is going to happen, my personal theory, is like Okada's going to now hold this thing the rest of the year again.
No.
And win the G1 himself, just to be like the most dominant ass-kicking champion ever. And then when you're the champ and you win the G1, you pick your opponent. And I think
he picks Roman Reigns.
I think he picks Naito and Omega at the same time. And because he's conquered Omega and then he conquered Naito and they're his two greatest foes, and he's so arrogant and confident after being a champ for like so long, he feels like he can punch the fucking world, right? And so he says, I'm going to take you both on at the same time. And then his arrogance is inevitably his downfall, and he finally loses.
I like it.
Fuck him.
I like it.
I mean, like, that's what if that's the way this turns out, I'm okay with Naito losing here.
Yeah.
If that's the way this all ends up and Naito wins. But it kind of takes the shine off that too, because then it's like Okada beating himself instead of Naito beating Okada.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of shitty.
This whole thing is about Okada, it seems like, man. It's like the age of Okada, and all things lead to and run through Okada. So I think we just got to get used to that. And I kind of like him. I like him more than Reigns, so I'm just going to make my peace with it and not get bitter about this.
No, I'm pretty bitter about it, though, because, LOL Okada wins, but still, man, it's kind of shitty. I wish Naito would have won.
It's now, like, become this, like, thing that I want to see, to have the ace lose at Wrestle Kingdom, you know?
And I think it's not as bad, like, you're saying LOL Okada wins, but, like, they were saying he only had, 16 matches this year? It's not like WWE where they wrestle fucking every single week.
Yeah.
So I think him winning, it's not that big of a deal, right?
It's not terrible, but still, I would just...
You don't see him win all the time. Because he still lost. He lost twice, right?
Yeah, he did lose twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he lost to Omega and Evil.
Yeah.
Evil!
And Drew also.
Yeah, two draws, apparently.
Yeah, because then him and Kenny had the 60-minute, and he had a draw in the G1 too.
Yeah.
Because that's what kept him out of the finals. Anyway, yeah, I think Okada's going to go on and have a more dominant year than he had last year, which kind of sucks, but, we got to get into the long term. This is different storytelling, you know. Like Vince goes in like 1 to 2 month cycles, and Japan goes in years, man.
Years.
Like literal fucking years. They put into these storylines. So.
I just want to end it by saying it was awesome that Jericho came out to his own song that he made, Judas, which is, if you haven't heard Judas, definitely check it out. Top of the Billboard charts. Great song.
It did not. It did not.
It was on the Billboard charts. It wasn't number 1, but it made the charts.
It didn't top them then. You say it was on the Billboard charts.
It probably topped the Canada charts.
No way. I don't even believe that. Like, that's... Jericho's music is so fucking bad.
Hey, man. No, it's not. I like Judas. It's a good song.
I have literally never listened to a Fozzy song in my entire life, except for the like 5 seconds they play on WWE when they're like, the pay-per-view is sponsored by Fozzy, and they play like a 5-second clip for the official Fozzy song, and I'm like, oh, that's what Fozzy sounds like. Okay. And then I never think about it.
Wait for my Fozzy review. I'm going to review Fozzy's entire discography.
Did they do Spoon
Man? Did they do Spoon Man?
But yeah, all right. Let's wrap it up.
I don't know. I mean, overall, I want to say it's like 4 stars. Like, it was a good show, and I thought like the things that exceeded and went well were really good. But the stuff I didn't really care for, I really didn't care for. Like, I didn't care for the title match. Like 6-man was a little eh, but the rest of the stuff was very good. Like the tag title match was over and above what I thought. Goto and Suzuki was way over what I thought it was going to be. And yeah, Omega Jericho was fucking dope. And the things that missed really missed. The things that hit really hit.
man.
Yeah, and because we all tied up, that means that the belt stays with this guy because I own it, so I get to keep it.
I'm gonna come over to your house and just steal it.
No, it's mine. My thing.
You're not even gonna know, and then we'll be live streaming, and I'll just like hold it up.
What?
Exactly. Wait. Yeah. So WrestleKingdom, pretty good show, but like I don't know, I liked last year's WrestleKingdom a lot better, and probably the one before that was even better. You know?
Yeah, it was even better.
I give it a finishing of my wine.
I give it we're at it.
I still liked it more than most WWE events this year. I'll say that. Like I was more thoroughly entertained from front to back.
Yeah,
than I usually. It was like fucking 6 hours too. It was a crazy long event, man.
So long.
Like I was like, okay, 3 hours, and then it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I started watching it in the morning. It's like, Jesus Christ, how long is this fucking thing?
Yeah, man, I woke up at like fucking 6 and it was still going on. I'm like, what? I thought I started at 2.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Pretty good show. So, yeah, thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah, and as always, follow us on everything at Punch Stomp, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
Try to do some more New Japan content as we go through here too, because they got some shows coming up this month and next month that are pretty important, and then Long Beach show coming up in March that is going to be pretty big for them. So I think they're going to try to sell out pretty hard to make it a huge show.
Yeah, and also after SmackDown tonight, a nice SmackDown review coming up.
You got it.
So yeah,
all right.
Thanks for watching,
everybody.
Peace.
KPS.
Nice.